Hi everyone. It's Louis Lange, back in the biz. I did actually have a comment on my latest video asking to do more UFC content, more MMA content, back to what I used to do. And seeing as it's UFC 302 tonight, I thought might as well do some predictions, just have a look down the card. You know, um, just to really quickly cover off. I mean, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Um, this is a topic really, or should I say, MMA is something I've covered for quite a few years. I think 13 years probably was the first video. Started watching around about, probably watching around about UFC 100. It's pretty mad to think there's been 201 pay-per-views since then. So we've had UFC 200, 300, and I've kept my toe in the sport. In terms of what's been going on. Even going to the other promotions and actually seeing that live, Cage Warriors specifically in the UK, a lot of the London cards I'll go to, as I actually know people personally that fight on those cards, um, that I've trained with as well. So it's always good to go down there and see some of the guys, representing, and obviously coming in with the next crop with the new breed of MMA, and hopefully getting discovered. I say discovered, it kind of really is the breeding ground for the UFC. People like Nathaniel Wood, who's recently gone up there. We've got Tom Aspinall, who's currently the interim champ as well. Came from the talent pool, which was Cage Warriors, rather than coming through, the current state of mind, which is, Dana White Contender Series, and then getting a contract through there. So yeah, no, I mean, quite well rounded, I suppose, in terms of that. I haven't really been too invested in the UFC cards as of late. I mean, I do tend to watch them. They are on early hours here in the United Kingdom. Main cards generally start around 3 o'clock in the morning, finish finish around about 6 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock even sometimes, depending on the card. And we're even seeing it when they come to Manchester. For UFC 304, they're even doing a 3 a.m. start. So even though it's in Manchester, uh, there'll be a lot of people drinking to the early hours in the morning and seeing that one through, I'm pretty sure. But let's get down to UFC 302, which is tonight, Makachev versus Poirier. Now, this is going to be one hell of a fight. Um, Dustin Poirier loves a guillotine, he loves the little gilly. So, I mean, Islam, though, he's that Dagestani, he's basically the new Khabib. When Khabib retired, he was basically the person that was going to come in instead of Khabib, and hopefully, I mean, he is very similar to Khabib. A lot of wrestling, and Dustin's gonna really see it. It's obviously going to be a straight takedown from Islam. We can predict that straight off, and he's going to try and get him, but think, Dustin Poirier though is a bit different to a lot of other guys. He's well-rounded. He's not just a ground and pound. He's not really just a jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy. So, I mean, even though Dustin Poirier is ranked number four, I'm actually going to go with him on this one and see if he can actually dethrone Islam Makhachev. I think he deserves a title. He's a veteran at this point, a legend, definitely a Hall of Famer. So yeah, let's see what happens. But Dustin Poirier, I think I'm gonna go there. Next fight was the co-main, Sean Strickland versus Paulo Costa. Now we saw that Sean Strickland recently lost the title. This is obviously his comeback fight against Paulo Costa against rank number seven. Paulo Costa as well was once upon a time in the title picture for the middleweight division. For this one, I actually will go Paulo Costa. I feel like Sean Strickland. I don't know, I just feel like he's a little bit overrated in my opinion. Paulo Costa, not only has he got a brilliant physique, but he can definitely back it up. He's been in a bit of a downturn recently, but I think this is his comeback, and he's going to make a statement and hopefully make another run for the title. So that will be interesting. That will be interesting. Because don't forget as well, Sean Strickland lost to Dracus Duplessis, who actually I predicted in my one of my last MMA videos that I'd done, that he would actually lose, like Sean Strickland would lose, and we'd have a new champ. Which at the time, a lot of people thought Sean Strickland was heavy favourite. Um, but I was proven right. Dracus Duplessis, he did get the job done, and I feel like Paulo Costa is gonna show what's up tonight. To be honest with you, I feel like Sean Strickland, it's not his time. I feel like he's overrated. A lot of the same what a lot of people say about Paddy Pimblett. I suppose a lot of people consider Paddy Pimblett to be overrated. Um, but me personally, Sean Strickland is heavily overrated. Um, Next on the card, we've got Kevin Holland versus Michael. Can't pronounce his last name, but Mikel. Um, Straight off, Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland. I feel like he's got a lot to. I mean, I just like him in general. Where he actually faced someone that I used to go to the same gym as, which was Darren Stewart, and he put up a good fight there. I think Kevin Holland's. I like him. I like his swagger. I just like him. If I'm just going to go off of pure what I want to see happen, it'll be Kevin Holland, and he is actually the favourite here. So yeah, I mean, I reckon we're going to go with the favourite there. Nico Price versus Alex Morono. Um, I'm gonna take Nico Price on this one. I'm definitely gonna take Nico Price. Then we got Randy Brand versus Elizio dos Santos. Um, I'm gonna go with the Jamaican on this one. I mean, purely just because I've been Jamaica. I like Jamaica. I got rep for Jamaica on this one. Yeah, Randy Brand. Randy Brand. So that is my UFC 302 predictions for tonight. I'm definitely going to be doing a UFC 303 and 304 predictions as well. So that should be good and interesting. So for everyone that's subscribed that likes the MMA content, this will be continuing. We'll be doing predictions for that as well, and I'll probably even do a basically a review of tonight's card as well and see how that goes down, and then compare that with my predictions and see where we go. But I feel like there's going to be some upsets tonight. I feel like Paulo Costa's going to get the W over Sean Strickland, and I feel like Dustin Poirier will get the W over Islam Makhachev. But no, I just want to say, in recent years, I've actually, been looking at some of the social media for MMA, and like, for instance, on Facebook, UFC shit posting is quite good. There's quite a big following there, and it's quite comical. So, I mean, if you'd like to have a laugh and look at memes to do with the MMA world, please do follow UFC shit posting on Facebook. But yeah, no, I just want to say, should be a good card tonight. It's not a bad card at all. I think even the fight night cards that are coming up are relatively good as well. So it should be interesting. It's actually quite a good time in the MMA space in general. It's good to see that the UFC are coming over doing some good pay-per-views. We've got them coming over to Manchester, as I said earlier in the video, with the Leon Edwards and Tom Aspinall fights, Molly McCann and Paddy Pimblett and Nathaniel Wood, who also came up from Cage Warriors. It's going to be a good card. The only thing I don't really like is they always stack them up with the UK fighters. And I feel like some UK fighters that we want some big fights. And what we mean by big fights is not just UK people in the main event. Why can't we have Islam Makhachev, Dustin Poirier, these type of people headlining? Because I guarantee you, they're the big fights that we want to see. Why not throw in, a John Jones return? John Jones, Tom Aspinall. That will just, I know I just said no British guys, but we need like a heavy hitter. Um, and I feel like Bilal Muhammad, no, he's not the guy. He's not the guy. They could have better people headlining that uh, card, But I understand it because obviously the time differences, and that's the reason why they've, done the 3 a.m. start over here in the UK, is to accommodate for the North American market, which is understandable. A lot of revenue generation there. $80 for a pay-per-view is a lot of money, and when you times that up by the pay-per-view buyers, I'm pretty sure that is the main reason why they're doing it. Whereas when you look at other companies, for instance, where they've tied in now with Endeavor, the UFC and WWE, where the WWE is on a PLE format whereby it's a subscription service, and they get all of their pay-per-views included. That's why we're starting to see that side of the business from the Endeavor branch uh, come over to the UK and do normal start times, and not worry too much about this because they're not getting that pay-per-view generation anymore. It's all based on the subscription service, whereas the UFC format, or that UFC area of Endeavor, is still reliant on the pay-per-view buyers. whereas that side of the business, the WWE side, is not. Hence why we are seeing these occurrences, and why we're not getting the international guys, the big international guys, over into the UK market when it comes to pay-per-views. And I think one of the downfalls, just point out there, is that for UFC, when they come over to Manchester, they haven't got Michael Venom Page on that pay-per-view when they should. MVP is a big draw over it. MVP will draw, and I don't understand why they're doing it. If they really want to go that UK side of things, they could have put MVP in there as well. That would have boosted the card by quite a bit. I think that main event slots, then that main card would have been pretty good. It would have been pretty bulky in terms of the athletes that we would be seeing there. So yeah, that's just one thing that I feel like they've done wrong. They should have included that MVP fight in the UK card, but each to their own. Do apologise about the hair. I haven't done it this morning. It is early hours over here. So yeah, but no, please do subscribe, like, comment, tell me your predictions, tell me your thoughts, and tell me what you want to see more of in the content from me. But I hope you enjoy this content, and if you do, and if you're new, please do like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, we'll continue on with this content. So thank you all very much. Cheers. Take care. Bye bye.